Hi class, so in this video I'm going to give you a brief overview of what our Slack site has in it. So once you've actually signed up for Slack, this will be the page that you see. It'll just say welcome, and then it'll also allow you to explore Slack. This is a really useful tutorial just to give you a feel for it. I'm going to go ahead and skip past it because I'll just show you some of the stuff with our site, but it's a good idea to check it out if you have the time. Once you get into Slack, you'll see a few channels over here. This is the main organization of our site. You'll probably start on the announcements channel. This is where I'm generally just going to be making announcements for the course. Anytime I need to remind you of different things, you just go in here and that will be where I make those announcements. There's also a random channel. You can use this channel for discussions that are outside of things that we need to do for class, but still keep it appropriate for an educational environment. So it can be things like inviting friends or inviting people to join a different club on campus. I've had people recruit other classmates for guilds and games. Or posting different events that your organization is holding, things like that. Anything that's appropriate is fine, and that's basically what that channel is. There's also other channels, and sometimes you're going to find those channels just by going into here, clicking on that channels button right there, and then it will show you channels that you can join and also channels that you already belong to. So right now there's two channels that this person can join that they do not belong to: introductions and questions. You just click on those and you can go ahead and join them. So when you start out, you should have these four channels: announcements, introductions, questions, and random. The introductions one we're going to be using in the first week just to introduce ourselves to everyone in the class. And the questions one, I'd ask you to use that throughout the semester in order to just post different questions you have about the class. So it could be a question about an assignment, a due date, some sort of topic in the class, basically anything that is a general question for the entire class. Obviously, don't post like specific questions to yourself there, things like why did I get this grade on this test. You can direct message me those or email those questions to me. So outside of those four main channels, you're also going to have a team channel. You won't have this at the start, but we putting you all into teams in the third week of the course, and at that point you'll also have access to the team channel. This is a private channel, which means that not everyone in the class will be able to access your team channel. It will have this little lock next to it as opposed to the hashtag, and this one will just be where you go to talk to your team, to complete your different assignments as a team, etc. So you'll see this starting in the third week of the class, but not before then. Slack also has this really useful thing called direct messages. This allows you to directly contact someone else in the class. So in this case, you might want to send a message directly to me. In that case, you just click on here and you can talk to someone, send them a message. You can also actually do a little video call in Slack just by clicking this button up here. So you can also do direct messages that includes multiple different people. So all you do for that is you go ahead and click on the different people that you want to add. You can go ahead and have a larger conversation with multiple people if you need to this way. I generally would still suggest keeping most of your conversations in the channels because most of them will apply to multiple different people, and that's easy. But if you need to use direct messages, you're more than welcome to. Just a quick idea of how you actually post things in Slack. So the main way that you do it is just go down to this button down here, and you just go ahead and start typing. Press enter, something's posted. I have also some different things that are giving me notifications on my computer, but yeah, it's just posted, and it just works a lot like a normal messaging app. You can also do longer things that they call posts. These give you more editing qualities to it, so you can actually create paragraphs, you can add pictures, you can do other things. You're not going to have to use this very often, but if you do want to use something that has a little bit more complex editing, you can do that here. You can also do a few different things with your messages. You can add different types of emphasis. So you see in this case that bolded that. You can go ahead and contact someone directly through this, so you can make sure that they know that you want to talk directly to them and say something to them. So there's a lot of different options in terms of how you actually do this. You can also go ahead and share files from your Google Drive or create a new file that everyone in the team is going to work on. So Slack offers a lot of different options to you. I'd say spend a little bit of time checking it out. Go to the introductions, post your introduction, get a feel for the Slack site, because we're going to be using it a lot throughout the semester. And the main thing is just to feel comfortable with it and know how to use it when you need to. So that's about all. As always, send me some questions if you have any, and I hope to see you on Slack. Bye.